Hello students, I have here my facing waist for the skirt. I have my pieces here and I previous ironed the interfacing. You can notice I am using woven interfacing. First I did on a stay stitch and then after I ironed that previously. Okay. Here is my front, here my back. Okay, here just take the front piece, put right side up, and take the back pieces. Check, because remember the side with the stretch is the side. Just put side with side, and this one side with side. Go to the machine and sew these pieces together with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Remember to start sewing with back stitch. And I have one of my side, so just take the other one and do the same thing. With 1/4 inch seam allowance, start sewing with back stitch. Continue sewing and finish with back stitch. And here is part of my facing, but you need to do something else because this is not done. We need to clean the edge of the facing, no both, because this one is the edge we need to join with the skirt. This is the edge we need to clean. Let me show you. Move your stitches to zigzag and clean the edge with zigzag. Stop here before the seam because you need to be sure that your seam is open. Okay? Just continue. Stop before the seam, be sure that the seam is open. And continue with the zigzag. And here is my facing with the zigzag, and then at the other side the seams are open. Take the skirt, open the skirt, right side up, place the facing right side down. Something important, you need some pins here because we need to match the side seams. The side seam of your skirt and the side seam of your facing, put a pin there, go to the other one, put another pin. If you think you need more pins, you can use 10 pins if it is necessary. Suggestion, put another one at the center. And start sewing this with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Remember to start with back stitch and continue sewing. Something important, the darts. Remember you need to keep the orientation of the dart. this one is oriented to the side, so that to the side keep the seam open. It's very important to keep the seam open. Continue sewing. Here is my other dart. Orient that to the side, or in this case, I am sewing to the side. Continue sewing. Keep the seam open. Match the end. And finish with back stitch. Let me show you. Here is my facing attached to the skirt. When you are ready with that step, take a scissor and make clips all the way. Be careful, don't cut your seam. And the clips can be every 3/4 of the inch or 1 inch. But you need to do this all the way because it's very important. We are working with a curve, and if we don't have these clips, it's a little bit hard to make the waistline smooth. Just clip it all the way and be careful with your seam. Try to go deep, but no, don't cut your previous seam. Okay, when you are ready with that step, you need to do something important, an under stitch on top of the facing. Extend your fabric like this. Hold the seam under the facing, go to the machine and sew on top of the facing with 1/16, no more than 1/8 seam. Be sure that the fabric inside the seam is under the facing. And here is my facing with the under stitch. Why under stitch? Because at the end we need to fold this like this. This is the right side of the fabric, is the body of your skirt, and inside is the facing. That's why it's under stitch, because it's under the skirt. We can't see that seam. Okay, this is the facing step, and you need to wait for the next video. Thank you.